Alright guys, Criminal here, back to another MK1 video. In this one I'm gonna make an updated breakdown of Kenshi. Because when I did it in the beta I wasn't as good with him, I didn't have the time with him. And I feel like it wasn't a very good breakdown compared to the standard I set for myself for this breakdown video. So in this one I'm gonna be covering everything you need to know about Kenshi. It is gonna be a bit long because again, his kit is so long. Kenshi has the longest move list in the entire game, for sure. His move list is insanely long, so it might take me a bit. If you do want to pick up Kenshi, you need to know this is probably the second or first hardest character in this game to actually learn from scratch. But once you do learn him, he's actually fairly easy because it's all muscle memory. So yeah, let's get right into it. First of all, I'll just cover strings. Again, I can't pin them unfortunately, so it might take me a bit. I'll try my best to get through it as fast as possible. First of all, we have this one. Very good, is standing 1, 7 frames on startup, 0 on block. He has this flow right here that catches people a lot, it's safe. And this final hit right here, minus 17, very unsafe, launches to the sky, it's a launcher. You can continue combo like this. Alright, now next up, pokes of course, there's this poke here. It's mid, 7 frames on startup, your standard poke, pretty decent range. 2, yes this thing, 2-1-2. Ends with an overhead. Standing 2 is +2. The second hit is -3. The overhead is -4. Kenshi is probably the second or first best character in this game, by the way. I'm pretty sure all of you know that by now, but just to mention it again, he is completely busted. Next up, he has this, one of the best buttons in the game, this mid. Very far reaching, 12 frames, unreactable. He also has one of the best movements in the game, like his block dashing feels significantly faster compared to the other to the rest of the cast. It just feels insanely fast on movement. So yeah, this mid is amazing. Only -4 as well, it has this extension if you press 2 again. Only -8, a lot of pushback and overhead. So yeah, this mid, if you catch somebody neutral, and you will a lot because it has a lot of range and it's a mid. Like you do your movement, footsies, you dodge an attack with a backdash, come in, get it, Sub-Zero, go into your center combo. This is a very good starter because Kenshi, the cameos you want to use are either Sub-Zero or Frost. I would recommend Sub-Zero because Frost is more difficult to combo from. It is fairly easy still, but it can be more difficult. Next up, he has this one, 402, another crazy good button. Yeah, it has 3 multiple enders. If you hold forward and triangle, you get this one, a lot of pushback, really decent. If you hold back and triangle, you get this close overhead. -8, very slow, and he also has this one. Another overhead right here. -6, this one. That's when you hold down. This one, well, to make it go further. You hold down. So yeah, a very good string. This string just like this is a very good whiff punish because it's insane range, and it's also a mid, which is fantastic. You can crouch under this, so you just get it anywhere on screen. Center. I'm gonna be covering how to do this combo from scratch later. That is the main reason why I did this, because I didn't explain how to do this combo, so this is the main part of Kenshi. Now, we have this one. This uppercut, regular uppercut, nothing too special. When it's in center, it becomes much better, because he uses the sword. But that's regardless, that's the center moves later. Next up, he has his standing 3. Your standard standing 3, nothing too special. He has this 4-4, ends with an overhead, both are safe. This is a very good button. Very good, especially in the corner, like you do a combo, whatever, you can finish it with this. Yeah, this is a very good, it does a lot of damage, it has a lot of hit stun, so yeah, pretty good button. It has this sweep, insanely good sweep. Very insane range, only -6 with this amount of range, you can actually just throw this and block, backdash, forward dash again and do this. This works a lot, because you're so far away they can't really punish you on that. It's safe already, but you're so far away. Next up, we have the standing 4, really good poke. This one can cancel into whatever special you like. Pretty decent. Next up, we have the center normals. Yeah, he has a lot. He has a lot. He has a lot of normals again. I'm gonna try to cover it again as fast as possible. He has this one, 1-2-2. Most of his strings here are not safe actually. This is the standing one is +1, but final hit is -5. All of this is safe. Pretty good string. Unfortunately, it begins with a high. The standing one is a high, as expected. He also has this one, back 1-2, starts with a low, which is fantastic. The launcher itself is actually unsafe. You don't want to do the launcher on block. Just do the low itself and block. Yes, this. Back 2. An overhead. Minus 13 on block. A very fast overhead. Unreactable. And this is a very fast low as well. Both of them unreactable. And this makes for a stupidly broken mix-up when you do have the puppet in center. I'll discuss that later. I'm pretty sure you already seen it, but I just felt the need to make another update with myself. He also has this one. 2-1. Pretty good. Special cancelable as well. Does a lot of damage. On block it's +1. That's the thrust, and the standing 2 is actually +3. So yeah, pretty good string. Very good string actually. Next up, what is left? I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Oh, of course. He also has this one. Very, very good string. Starts with the mid, 11 frame mid, very, very fast. The low is actually unsafe, but you can just, with the puppet, you cancel into this, and now you're plus. So you can keep yourself plus at any time, basically. So Kenshi basically has infinite block strings when he's in center. So yeah, that's another fantastic string. His uppercut also changes. It becomes this, very good range. His standing 3 is the same. Standing 4 is also the same. But it's actually extremely fast. I don't know if it's faster. I think it's actually the same, but it's very good for combos regardless. Like you do whatever thing. You can do stuff like that with it. Yeah, regardless, I just saw a center combo later, but I just want to finish the normals first. Special moves won't take me a long time. Next up we have this thing. 4, 3, 2, another low. Sneaky low right here. 22 frames, so not that fast. But both of these are safe. This launches to the sky actually. You can combo after this. Could be a bit tricky. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good again. Another low. He has many lows and overheads in center. That's why his mix is so stupidly good. He has his down 3, which is fantastic. Very good poke. Down 4 as well is very good. Both of these are safe. He also has this string. 4-2, fantastic string for combos, for pressure, because this is an overhead and very, very fast. So it can be tough to deal with. And I'm fairly certain this is it for the Stento normals. Is it? Oh, and his sweep, of course. Sweep. Oh, and he has this one, 4-4. Can be used in combos. Can be used in pressure as well. It's a mid, and it's actually +1 on block and 13 frames, fairly fast. When you don't want to switch sides instead of finishing with this special, you'll finish with these kicks, because they're very fast on hit. Especially in the corner, I want to finish with these kicks, so it's a very good button. And finally, we have the sweep. Pretty good sweep. Again, very far reaching, but only -4. So yeah, decent. Finally, we have the aerial attacks. He has, I'm pretty sure, 2 in both center and in normal stance. Yeah, he has 2 of them. I'm gonna go on them faster. In regular stance, there's this 1-2-2, just a ground bounce, pretty good damage. You can actually do this late in the combos, like. So even outside of center, damage can be a bit good. So, and he also has this one. Sorry. Yes, this 2-2-4. Pretty good string. I'm pretty sure you can combo off of it in the ground. Yeah, it can be a bit tricky though. I don't know if you can cancel into Sub-Zero. You might be able, but it's not very practical. You want to stay in the ground when you freeze them. So yeah, that's it for the regular normals versus the Cento normals. Here's this. Very good because of the animation. You can just combo it to Cento. You can do stuff like this, thanks to this. In the corner, you can do more damage with this method. Damn it, I'm dropping it, sorry. Let me just try again. I normally don't use this because it's a waste of a bar, but yeah, you can do this. Works. I mean, can be used to add a tiny bit of damage to your combos if you want to in the corner, but there is a more practical and more optimal way, actually. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the normals, I'm fairly sure. I went over them as fast as I could. He also has 2 separate drag throws. One when it's in regular stance, and another in Sento. In Sento it's really cool, he has this. Very good back throw. And the puppet is summoned right back after you do it. So you can just do the puppet, and then... Actually, I'm gonna just call it a stand. We did a stand pretty much. Next up we have the special moves, and you also have special moves from Sento stance. So here's this Ancestral Guard. It negates all projectiles when he runs. Like everything except projectiles that hit low, I'm pretty sure. Like a projectile that hit from the ground, like a Giras, a Sandstorm. It won't negate that, but something like fireballs, low fireballs, stuff like that, the Ancestor will just block them. I'm pretty sure Demon Drop affects as well, like... No, Demon Drop beats it. I'm pretty sure all projectiles that are not overheads and don't, like Giras, a Sandstorm, it will block. You can also cancel it at any time. You can hold square to keep running. On block, it's actually pretty safe. It's -7. It's safe. And you can cancel it by pressing L2. And it's actually not very slow either. You can cancel it pretty quickly. So again, a very good special move. He also has this Soul Charge. Great combo finisher. Great in neutral as well. Like, you can use it as the anti-air if you like. The Amplified is armored, and a very good armor wake up because of the hitbox. The hitbox is massive. So you can just use it outside of center to like finish combos. Yeah, it's a pretty good move. Launches them away as well, and now you can start zoning with the best projectile in the entire game. Demon Drop. You have a close version. When you hold back, you get the close. You have a normal, just regular down back. And you have far, you hold forward. This is a crazy broken projectile. The Amplified actually launches, and it's always the same. It doesn't stop launching. It launches to the same height, so you can just do stuff like this. Like if you want to, I mean, nonsense like this. Oh, sorry. Especially in the corner, like you can just loop this thing if you like to. Yeah, you get my point. That's not very useful though, but you can use it to extend combos. Like normally without Sento, the combo you confirm into with Kenshi is like this. You can do stuff like this to extend it a bit. And the damage is actually not even that bad. Like it's bad, of course, when it's outside of Sento, but it's not that bad as well. He has Rising Karma, a launcher. On block it's unsafe. When amplified it's also unsafe, but it does more damage. You can loop this multiple times in the corner, like this. Like you can look up twice most of the time. That's the best way to do it. Stuff like this. You can also use the amplify. The amplify does more. I'm pretty sure the launching doesn't conflict with the regular version. Regardless, a really good combo, dude, really. And from any hit, you can just confirm it to this. And it's also a fantastic anti-air. Like, from this range, this is the best anti-air in the game, maybe. Like, if you have good reaction time, it's one of the better anti-airs. Yes, post push. This one, very fast on startup. Unsafe, -8. Not that unsafe either. You can also charge this. One charge, it does this Kamehameha. Soul Kamehameha, whatever. It's actually +9 when fully charged, but it takes a while, so... But you can catch your opponent off guard because you can cancel this at any time. Like, you can cancel right away, or hold it a bit and then cancel, or hold it full. And he also has an Amplified version. Amplified is actually only -1. And you can also charge the Amplify, and it finishes charging much faster, and it's also plus on block. So yeah, you can use it on block, and like you can get some good stuff. Like this is 32 cancel advantage. On block you can cancel into this, completely guaranteed. Alright, that's it for regular specials. Now we have Sento Stance. Sento Stance has 2 unique specials. Actually no, multiple. Not 2, sorry. He has multiple unique specials when in Sento. First of all, you can summon and dismiss Sento. Down back 1, summon Sento Stance. Your cameo becomes unavailable and like it starts the cooldown. The moment this reaches 0, like the cooldown empties, the cameo gauge just... the yellow stuff, it just empties completely, the Ancestor disappears. You can also cancel it after he disappears, like you don't want to stay in Sento without the Ancestor, so you can just cancel it at any time, but it is very unsafe. Very unsafe, people can see it and just punish you, like if I make the other Kenshi go into center and cancel it. I can stand in this range, I see him cancel it, I can react and punish him. So as you can see, it's fairly unsafe. If you choose to cancel it, you don't want to cancel it normally. You want to cancel it like a... Not normally, you want to cancel it using a cameo of sorts. That's the problem with the freezers, just because the Sub-Zero and Frost don't have a move to keep yourself safe when cancelling center. That's why Cyrax is also a valid option, because Cyrax can also combo into center by himself. Like using Cyrax, because he has so much hit stun with the swords. Next up, when in center, the puppet itself can do multiple moves, and it can actually also do it when you block. It can move. It moves with you if you move normally. It can also move when you block. And yes, triangle. This one, a mid. Very good to keep yourself safe. The hit advantage is a bit fucked. It's not 853. It's just... It counts all of the time I'm in center. So yeah, he has this one. He has this one. He has this one. This was square. This is circle. All of these are insanely plus unblocked, by the way. Here's triangle. And X. X is a launcher. X is what is the main combo tool in center. Insanely good launcher. Also can be used multiple times. And finally, he has multiple new special moves when inside of center stance. First of all, again, he can cancel it by pressing the same thing. He can also make the puppet come to him if you're far away by down back triangle. Also, when it's over, you can reset the timer by doing the amplified version. Reset it. So a good way to use this is actually in combos. Like now he's back. So if you need to finish your opponent, you want to do it for sure. You want to reset the puppet, because when the puppet is out, they can't attack you. They really can't. It's impossible to play against Kenshi when he has that. Pretty much impossible. He also has this very good combo when amplified. Air strings. Oh, I don't think I showed the other one. Yeah, he also has this rig. I forgot to show it, unfortunately. You can finish it. You can also do this and like make the puppet cross under them. So you can do stuff like this. You can set up some nasty spacing stuff with this. You can make the puppet just go to the other side and stuff like that. And finally, yes, teamwork. This one. Very, very good combo finisher. Leaves you between you and the puppet, so you can do stuff like this now. And the damage gets obscene. This is a very good combo finisher, and he finally has this. A full screen projectile hits mid, can duck under projectiles, and does 18%. This is also a very good finisher, if you want to eke out the last bit of damage. So that's it for Kenshi's moveset. Now, let's just talk about how this character plays. When outside of center, he has very good movement, and insanely good neutral. With this demon drop, you just spam this bullshit as much as you want. You can get in with Ancestral Guard, and once you do get hit with one of his powerful mids, you can just cancel into the freezer, Sub-Zero, Cento, and you do this. This normally combos, but if you're too close, it might actually drop. Like if I close in too much. No, it just... And you go into stuff like this. This is insanely good damage again. You just get insane mix-ups after this as well. So yeah, just how to do this combo. That's the basic version. I'll show you the advanced one later. But how to do this? Basically, any hit whatsoever, you confirm it to Sub-Zero. You summon the puppet and you immediately press triangle. Immediately. And you walk forward. You don't want to hold R1. If you hold R1... Oh, I forgot to mention again. If you hold R1, you can attack without the ancestor attacking. If you don't hold it, it will attack according to the buttons you press. But when you when you hold R1, it doesn't do anything. So you have to master just holding R1 when you don't want them to do anything, and releasing it when you want them to attack. So, yeah. And again, how you do this, you just press triangle and you walk forward. Wait for these two to hit, and then you attack. Press triangle, walk forward. Oh, it dropped, sorry. It can drop if you don't time it well. It is a bit of a weird combo, honestly. There, it worked. Now how I do it. After I do the triangle, I do forward 2, 2, 1, this one. And I hold R1 while doing it. Actually, you don't have to, because after attacking the puppet has a cooldown, so you don't even have to hold R1, you can just not hold R1. You do this, go into that string, press X along with square together. You get this? I do triangle into the soaring center special. I do, not triangle, so I do circle like this. You can see my notations on the left side of the screen. I do circle into this special. Oh, I'm not in center. So I do this. Again I do the launcher. I finish with circle into the teamwork move, into this. So I just, when you put it all together, it just looks like this. Now, this is already insane damage. You can also start it for many launcher. The reason why I prefer personally Sub-Zero over Frost, you can actually go into Cento in the air as well. Like if you're using Frost, you can't freeze them when they're in the air. With Sub-Zero you can. And you can just press this. You press, what's the name? X. You get the launcher immediately. Like, just like you press triangle immediately, like here. You just press X after the freeze in the air. They'll bounce upwards and you just do the finisher normally. And now they're in the mix-up. Now, after you done this, that's when the broken stuff begins. You want to hold R1 and you have two options now. You have either this low or this overhead. Both of these lead to full combos with the puppet. Or if they block it, you can just at any time cancel into this or this, and you can just keep yourself safe. So basically what that means, like, if they, let's say they guessed I will go low and I went overhead, I get stuff like this. Now they guessed overhead, I go low. As you can see, it just gets out of hand immediately. Like, just to show you, like, one time, one wrong guess, look what happens. Let's say he was blocking low, he started to go low, I went overhead. And it begins again. Now we start to go overhead again, I went low. He's dead. You can see how center works, but the moment you go into center, you're pretty much invincible. Now, how this combo works. How to combo off of the low and the overhead. When in this. When you do the overhead, you want to do the back tooth for the overhead. Cancel into square. I hold R1 when doing it, because if I don't, it will do this. So you hold R1 when you attack with Kenshi. Just keep it as a rule of thumb. When you want Kenshi to attack, always hold R1. That's how you just get the master memory stuff going. So yeah, I hold R1, I do this. Square. I do the string, the 4-2. I cancel it into this. And I do circle into this special, the teamwork. So all together it looks like this. You want to delay that string actually a little bit, just so they don't pass over the ancestor. Like if you do it too quickly, they can pass over him. So you want to delay it a bit so they're just closer to the ground. So when I'm done together, it looks like this. And from the low, you can do something else. The low one is a bit more tricky if you want the same amount of damage, but the low you can do this. You do the low string into this. And you still get pretty good damage. The low is a bit less rewarding, but it's faster. And most of the time people will block overhead against Kenshi. So that was just the basic stuff for this, like the basic combos off of Cento. Like after the low I just do this, go into this. Now there are optimized versions to all the combos I showed. Optimized version for the freeze combo looks like this. Sorry about this. It's also a madness aspect because you're just walking in their face. That's the optimized, it does a bit more damage, and there's also an optimized for this one. Sorry, I adopted. They are significantly harder, I will say this. Now it does 40. And the optimized for the low is this. Alright, so just put all together the way you want to use Kenshi. Like, you want to fish for hits outside of Cento, whatever hit it may be. It may be this low, catches them off the. It may be a whiff punish with this. It may be just due to great movement. You get whatever mid. Whatever mid, you cancel into the freezer. And then go into center. And then the game is over. Now, he guessed overhead, I go low. He didn't guess correctly, he's dead. Now, just in the corner, stuff don't really change, honestly, but the combos become a bit easier. Because all of the movement stuff is just gone. Now, I will say, in the corner, you don't want to finish it with the teamwork move. You want to finish with this. Because that keeps them in the corner and it's very flat on hit. The combos can get a bit more difficult actually in the corner because I'm used to the timing in the... Now I do this. Now, another great thing about Kenshi. Insanely good thing. That's what really makes him apart. What's the main thing you can think of to do to escape this? The answer is wake up with an armored move, right? Wrong. The reason why this is wrong and why you can't do this most of the time because I can block. And the ancestor can still attack, so basically I can finish my combos with this, block, and do this. I didn't block, sorry. I finish my combos with this, I block, and do this. And I still get my mix-up going. So basically you can also negate armor completely. Completely negate it. So yeah, and finally we have the Fated Blow again. I think you all saw it, it just hits mid. I don't want this video to get age restricted, so I'm not gonna do it. And I don't want to just make it blurry, so... Yeah, regardless of that. Just now, moving on to another powerful thing about Kenshi, which is very important to mention. Mix. Why is the center stand so powerful? You can't interrupt Kenshi. The way you work with Kenshi, just let me put him on block. Like, you go into whatever combo, I put him on auto actually. You do whatever combo with Sento. Like you do, your hit confirms. You block. Oh, he was pressing that. Regardless, I can still punish him, but... Yeah, that's another important thing to mention. I will mention the weaknesses at the end, but I just want to mention the game plan. Let me just put it on refill so Sento stance doesn't run out. Now it does not run out. Sento is infinite now. So yeah, just... When they are blocking, what you want to do? You want to do whatever string. And you cancel into this step. Or this step. By cancelling your recovery of your moves into whatever move Sento has, you can just keep yourself plus forever. And now this gets crazy because he has the low, the overhead, this overhead. You can go for a throw, and Sento is again available. And any hit whatsoever with this character just leads to damage. Like, let's say they didn't block the overhead. And it begins again. He didn't block, he tried mashing, he tried jumping. The game is over. So yeah, this is pretty much it for Kenshi, I suppose. Like, the character takes a while to learn, honestly. It takes a while to understand the holding R1 to negate Sento, but just mixed up becomes so insane with this character because you can't even interrupt him. If you perform Sento correctly, okay, you can get infinite block string. Another thing I like about Sub-Zero and Frost, when you run out of Sento, like let me just do whatever combos I do for now until Sento runs out. Ah shit, my bad. Just let me stop the refill. Put it on default. I'll just do whatever combo until Sento runs out. Alright, Sento ran out. Now I'm in trouble. My strings are much less safe. They are still good, but they are less safe now. And I don't have the puppet to keep myself safe. What you want to do, because the cancel is extremely unsafe, what you want to do instead of cancelling is actually fish for a hit and go into freeze and summon the ancestor again. You can do this. Yeah, this works. And now it begins again. You can also do it at the end of combos while your timer is almost running out, as I said. Like, timer is almost out. I bring him back. So that's Kenshi basically, man. He is completely invincible, honestly, man. He is just completely broken. You can't do anything about this character. The moment he gets you once, you're dead. I actually just posted a video, like, you block low against Kenshi, what happens, but just to show you, I mean, again, like, I got whatever hit. I did good movement. I got a demon drop in the beginning of the match, let's say, because this will mostly happen. I had good movement, I avoided him, I got this mid, the game is over. I'll just block overhead. No, I go low. Now, even without Sento, he actually still has some pretty decent combos. Like, he can do stuff like this. He can do some pretty nice stuff, I mean, even without Sento. Like, if you wanna optimize, I think that's something. Let's just do this, I suppose, like something like this. Oh, I forgot to mention this string, I suppose. Another decent string, I suppose. Nothing too crazy. This one. Solid. Not bad. The forward one is actually very good. So guys, I'm just gonna wrap this one up here. I hope this was informative to you. Kenshi is difficult to figure out, but once you do figure him out, he's all muscle memory. I can close my eyes. I'll close my eyes. I don't have a face cam, so you don't have to believe me. I'll close my eyes and do the combo. Like, the moment you learn it, it becomes much more easy. Like, I mean, I'm closing my eyes. Yeah, I got it. My eyes were closed. You don't have to believe me, but my eyes were actually closed. I have no reason to lie about this, so... Yeah, guys, that's Kenshi. He's completely busted. The second or the best character in the entire game. He is insane. For cameos, I would recommend either Sub-Zero, Frost, or Cyrax. These are the best options. Cyrax can actually also combo into center even without freezing them, so Cyrax is another fantastic option. And of course, he's broken on block like always, so... Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.